let's meet our starting lineups for this evening, beginning with our guest, the Lady Patriots. She's a senior, number 22, Erica Shreves. Other Patriots, senior, number 25, Allison Crystal. Next up, number 30, she's a junior, Sarah Harvey. Another junior, number 31, Taylor Phillips. And rounding out the Lady Patriots starting lineup, a senior, number 33, Stacy Hauser. Head coach of the Parkersburg South Lady Patriots is Scott Stevens. School of Champions, your real Parkersburg High Big Reds. Starting lineup, she's a 5'10" sophomore, number 11, Amelia Hamill. She's a 5'10" junior, number 20, Laura Russell. Next Big Red, number 21, a 5'5" senior, Cassie Boggs. Senior, number 22, Casey Ryder. And rounding out the Big Red lineup, a 5'9" senior, number 24, Alyssa Rhodes. And coach of the Parkersburg Big Reds is Don Stansbury.
Okay, both teams getting set for the tip-off as they roll in the red carpet, as they rolled it out a little bit earlier ago. And both these teams look like they're really ready for some basketball here tonight, Brian.
Who isn't ready for the this game? I mean, this is definitely one of the most important games if you go to school at one of these two schools.
Taylor Phillips sets up at center for Parkersburg South. And lining up is Casey Rader for the Big Reds. Officials check everything, check with the other officials. We're ready for some basketball. Tips controlled by Parkersburg South as it's controlled by Stacy Hauser. Looks to her left, passes to Harvey. Little confusion there. Sarah Harvey to Phillips. Taylor Phillips takes the shot, won't go. Rebounded by the Big Reds, 22, Casey Rader.
Jesse Boggs now taking it down the court. Jesse passes it to Alyssa Rhodes. Rhodes stalls, but throws it in. Up for two, no good. Rebound by the Patriots.
Allison Crislip brings in the rebound. Sarah Harvey brings it over the timeline for the Lady Patriots. Goes right, then goes left. Allison Crislip gets it to Phillips. And Taylor Phillips looks to her right to Crislip, and she's been deadly from three-point territory. This time it's going to be Harvey, and she's good for three.
Not good if you're the Big Reds to get down like that this early. Boggs.
Long game.
Passes it up to Rhodes. To Hamill, Amelia Hamill. To Rader, Alyssa Rhodes with the ball. Passes it back to Boggs. Boggs for three, no good. Rebounded by South.
Taylor Phillips brings it across the timeline. Gets it out to Allison Crislip this time for three off the back of the iron, no good. Rebounded by the Big Reds, Amelia Hamill.
Hamill to Boggs, Boggs back to Hamill. Hamill looking to drive the lane, but ball will be kicked by a South player.
Taylor Phillips has got really long arms, and you'll see her several times during the course of this game bat that ball away from the baseline. That time she got the big number 10, or however big it was, in there and kicked that ball away.
Boggs struggling to find an open Big Red. Finds Casey Rader. Amelia Hamill inside to Rosal. Rosal trying to get rid of it, but it's stolen by the Patriots.
Sarah Harvey comes up with the loose ball. She comes across the timeline, hammers it up to Erica Shreves, takes the shot. She'll draw the foul and shoot two. That's going to go against Casey Rader. That is her first, team foul number 1. And at the free throw line is Erica Shreves, shooting 2. First one's up off the back of the iron, and it's out. Patriots with an early 3-0 lead as a result of that three-pointer by Sarah Harvey. Second one's up and in.
Hamill now taking the ball up the court. Gets it to Jesse Boggs. Boggs stuck. Doesn't look like she has any help, but gets it to Amelia Hamill. Hamill to Rader, and Rader loses the ball again to the Lady Patriots. But Boggs does a nice job of stealing the ball right back. Alyssa Rhodes driving the lane, gets the ball tipped out of her hands.
And they'll say it was off of a Patriot.
Interesting call there.
The Big Reds will have it out underneath the basket with Alyssa Rhodes.
Rhodes gets it into Hamill. Who gets it? Boggs. Boggs goes in and in for 2. The first Big Red points.
Those points come with about 5 minutes, 27 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of play. Sarah Harvey comes across the timeline, tries to pass it underneath, back to Harvey. She gets it back to Phillips. Phillips turns around, back to Harvey, and she's going to go just inside the three-point mark, and she'll have her 5th point on the evening.
Rhodes inbounding the ball to Hamill, who gives it to Boggs to take up the court. Boggs driving the lane, up for 2, and no basket. It's a call, foul before the shot.
That's going to go against Sarah Harvey, her first team foul number 1. And into the game for the Big Reds are Kathy Dent and Kim Dent.
Looks like they're trying to get some size in there right now. Hamill gets the ball knocked out of her hands. Kim Dent with the ball now at the top of the key. Dribbling around the key.
Stolen by Sarah Harvey. She's going to take it coast to coast, and she's going to be fouled, so she'll have the opportunity to put 2 more in.
No, it's a good foul by Dent. I think if that hadn't happened, she would have made the points and at least give her the chance to miss them here from the foul line.
Sarah Harvey, first of 2 off the front, won't go.
Exactly what the Big Reds were hoping for.
Second one's up, and it's in for Sarah Harvey. She has 6 on the evening now. 6 of the 7. The other one, Erica Shreves, on a free throw.
Rhodes didn't bounce the ball to Dent. Dent takes it up the court. Throws it back to Rhodes. Rhodes giving the ball to Hamill. Hamill to Dent. Dent to Rhodes. Rhodes trying to drive the lane, but the ball is stolen again by the Lady Patriots.
And those long arms there of Taylor Phillips we were talking about earlier. Allison Crislip back to Taylor Phillips. She's going to drive it. Takes it into the paint. Up, not hard enough, and it'll be rebounded by Amelia Hamill for the Big Reds.
Rhodes tries to pass it into Dent, but almost lost control, but ends up turning it over to South anyways.
Sarah Harvey across the timeline fires a bullet to Taylor Phillips, but it's a little bit too tall. And into the Big Red cheerleaders.
Think she may have gotten confused on that one?
No, actually, those work pretty good most of the time.
Ah.
Those long arms of Taylor Phillips gets up there and gets those most of the time. But that particular time, it was a little bit too tall for her. Kathy Dent now brings it across the timeline for the Big Reds.
Nice job of tipping the ball away, but it goes straight to Amelia Hamill. Hamill trying to drive the lane, but backs it out. Gives it to Rhodes, out to Dent. In trying to get it into Kim Dent, in up for 2, and she will be fouled.
Have an opportunity for 2 here. That foul is a result of Stacy Hauser. And Kim Dent at the free throw line, shooting 2 for the Big Reds. 3:36 left to go in this opening quarter here at the Memorial Fieldhouse. Bounces around and goes in. Second one's up and good. Sarah Harvey inbounds it for the Lady Patriots. Comes across the timeline, looks to her right, then ducks left. Gets it to Allison Crislip, who is very good shooting it from that three-point territory. This time, the three-point opportunity is up by Erica Shreves. It won't go. That ball is going to go out of bounds and in for the Lady Patriots.
Raider just threw that ball away. Didn't see a teammate, I guess. Thought there would be a teammate trying to run the floor, but there wasn't. And ends up just being another PHS turnover.
Stacy Hauser inbounds it to Sarah Harvey, who will bring it across the timeline. Looks to her left, then back to Sarah Harvey. Underneath, gets it to Stacy Hauser, a little bit too long. Kicks it back out to Taylor Phillips, who will go for three-point territory, a little bit short. Rebounded by the Lady Big Reds. Kim Dent will bring it down.
Kathy Dent running the floor now. Passes it up to Amelia Hamill. There will be a foul on a blocking foul on the Big Reds. Another turnover. If the Big Reds will control these turnovers, they might be in a better state than they are right now.
Well, actually, it's a pretty close game right now. Only a three-point margin separates the two. It's 7-4 here with about 2:35 left to go in the opening quarter of play. Erica Shreves looks to her right to Taylor Phillips. Going for three off the back of the iron.
Rebounded by Alyssa Rhodes. Kathy Dent now running the floor up to Amelia Hamill. Hamill tries for three. No good.
A lot of arc on that ball. Rebounded by Erica Shreves. Sarah Harvey now. And an errant pass there, batted away by Kathy Dent. Gets it all the way over to Taylor Phillips on the right wing. And the travel called.
It'll be the Big Red call.
Coming in for the Lady Patriots will be Kim Stevens.
Alyssa Rhodes inbounding the ball to Kathy Dent. Dent yelling out the play to come. Passes it up to Amelia Hamill. Hamill to Rhodes. Rhodes to Dent. Gives it to Raider. Back to Dent. Tries to get to older sister, Kim Dent, but can't get it there. Kathy trying to go drive the lane, but can't. And another foul on Kim Dent.
You can credit the Big Reds there doing a great job underneath. Parkersburg South not allowing that, but the Big Reds just kind of staying with it. They're taking the shots and drawing the foul, and that's what happened this time as a foul against Stacy Hauser. That's her second. And at the free throw line is Kim Dent shooting two.
First shot's good.
And that's 3 points on the evening for her. Kayla Ayers checks in for the Lady Patriots. 2-point margin now. It's 7-5 with a minute 34 left in the opening. Second one's in, cuts that margin to 1.
I'll tell you, the Big Reds are lucky that this is such a close game for as many turnovers as they have.
They work for it. Sarah Harvey. And going to have a foul called underneath.
A hard foul there. And Laura Rosal checking into the game for number 22. That will be Casey Rader.
So the foul called on Kayla Ayers is her first, team foul number 4.
Kim Dent goes up for the shot, and it'll be a jump ball, and the ball will stay with PHS.
Alyssa Rhodes will be inbounding it.
Rhodes inbounds. It's Rosal, tipped out of her hands, though.
Kayla Ayers gets it. Underneath, shot by Kayla Ayers won't fall, gets her own rebound.
Ayers
takes it again. Off the back of the iron, this time rebounded by Kathy Dent. Under a minute now.
Ball tipped again by the Lady Patriots. They're doing a good job of trying to get their hands on the ball. Kathy Dent trying to drive the lane now. but she tries to go for the pass, and it is stolen again by the Lady Patriots.
Taylor Phillips turnaround jump shot, and that's in.
Oh, ball almost lost again, but it's saved by Kathy Dent and lost again.
Sarah Harvey steals it, and the Big Reds retake possession as Alyssa Rhodes takes it back. Retaken by Taylor Phillips.
Dent all alone.
Tries to do a little razzle-dazzle and kind of loses the ball away, and we'll see what they're going to call here.
The ball's going to stay with the Big Reds. Or
in
at
for
least
South.
go back to the Big Reds.
In for South is Bethany Harbor. In for the Big Reds is Jessie Boggs. 6 seconds left here in the opening quarter of play.
Boggs.
That's it for the first quarter of play. Lady Patriots of Parkersburg South lead 9-6 over the Big Reds of Parkersburg High. We'll be back in a minute. After one, scoring for Sarah Harvey has 6. Taylor Phillips with 2. Erica Shreves for 1. Taylor Phillips now with the ball. Now we'll check the Big Red scoring in just a second. Allison Chrislip over to Bethany Harbor. Allison Chrislip for 3, a little short. And it'll be out to the Big Reds. Big Reds scoring in the first quarter had Kim Dent with 4 points and Jessie Boggs with 2.
Boggs trying to get the ball up the floor right now.
Had her trapped. Bethany Harbor gets it to Taylor Phillips for 2, and it's in.
Timeout called by the Big Reds.
And the Big Reds said, well, let's don't let this snowball get rolling. So they'll call a timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout, so we'll hang on to it right here. As we said coming into tonight's game, Parkersburg High 2-6 with wins over Hurricane and GW, and Parkersburg South with 6-2 on the season. So a lot of times we'll say, well, that's a no-brainer. Parkersburg South's going to win. Hey, ever since there has been a Parkersburg South and a Parkersburg High, you can never, ever depend on that, be it whatever sport, be it football, be it basketball, be it swimming, whatever. That can never, ever hold true, Brian.
Yeah, that was definitely proven during this football season. I can tell you from experience, we were shocked when they came out the way they did.
Big Reds inbounded.
Rhodes gives it up to Hamill. Hamill and Boggs. Looks to have an open court, but the Patriots are doing a nice job of getting back up the court. Rhodes for 3, and no good off the front of the rim.
Rebounded by Kayla Ayers, who gets it to Taylor Phillips, brings it across the timeline. Long shot to Allison Chrislip, then gets the pass back to Erica Shreves, who will take the shot. And it'll go out to the Big Reds underneath the basket with Alyssa Rhodes inbounding it.
Boggs with the ball. Has to get up the court to Ayers. Or, excuse me, Hamill. Hamill passes it, trying to get it to Rhodes, but Rhodes tried to advance up the floor, and the ball is thrown away again.
Kayla Ayers inbounds it to Taylor Phillips. Phillips looks right, then goes left. Back to Allison Chrislip. Chrislip over to Ayers, then to Phillips. Phillips turnaround, jump shot. And we're going to have a foul draw, and that was very close, as we weren't sure whether the Big Red defender was going to get set or not. I guess the answer to that question is So that's going to go against Amelia Hamill. That is her first, and team foul number 4. Both teams right now at 1 foul apiece. Shot looked a little long, but Taylor Phillips put it in. That's her 5th point on the evening. She'll have the opportunity to put another one in here.
Ball comes out, rebounded by Amelia Hamill. Hamill gets it up to Boggs. He gets it past half court, gets it to Rhodes. Rhodes back to Boggs. Boggs trying to maneuver away to get someone open. Rhodes gets it into Kim Dent. Fake by Rosal, and she takes a shot and is fouled.
Laura Razzle took the shot, but just as she does, she'll be fouled by Kayla Ayers. That's her 2nd on the evening, and she'll be at the free throw line shooting 2. First one's in. Second one's up, and it is in for Laura Razzle. Lady Patriots come down court. Bethany Harbor gets the pass over to Kayla Ayers. Gets it to Taylor Phillips for three. Won't go. Kicked back out again. Big Reds coming up with a rebound.
And that's Rhodes with a shot, and it's in for her first 2 points of the game.
Good heads-up play there by the Big Reds. Allison Crislip to Taylor Phillips. 2-point margin here. Just under 6 minutes to play. Taylor Phillips a little strong on the basket.
Hamill gets the rebound. Hamill coming up to the court. Gives it out to Boggs. Out to Rhodes. Tries to get it into Dent, and Dent will be fouled by number 42.
Kim Stevens on the reaching in foul. This will be a possession foul, so the Big Reds will have it underneath the basket.
Rhodes will be inbounding the ball.
Big Reds will be on the 1+1 after this foul.
Into Dent. Dent up and good. But the game is tied now.
We got a new one. Nothing.
Just the kind of game you'd expect out of these two teams.
Taylor Phillips from the free throw line won't go. Rebound up and in by Kayla Ayers as she has her first points of the evening.
Jesse Boggs gives it up to Rhodes, Rhodes tries to get into Rosal, but it is stolen, and the Patriots have possession once again.
Allison Crislip looks to her right, kicks it all the way over to Bethany Harbor, who will pass it back to Crislip. Looks to her right to Kim Stevens, then back to Bethany Harbor. She'll kind of bring it back out and set things up again. Crislip for three, won't go. Hit everything except the bottom of that thing.
And it'll be out on the Patriots. Big Reds ball. Big Reds defense definitely doing a nice job here of keeping the Patriots in check.
4:29 on a running clock here in the second quarter of play.
Boggs backs it up to Rhodes. Rhodes to Hamill. Tries to get it into Dent, but it's again knocked away.
Good job there by Kayla Ayers to bat the ball away. Bethany Harbor to Taylor Phillips. I think she had a foot inside the three-point line, but it doesn't make any difference because it didn't go anyway. Follow up by Kayla Ayers goes, and that's 4 points on the evening for her. So just like that, Lady Patriots are up by 4 now at 16-12.
Hamill gets it up to Dent. Dent travels with it. And she'll be taken out by number 22, Casey Rader.
Kayla Ayers will inbound it to Bethany Harbor, who brings it across the timeline. Looks right, then ducks left. Underneath, Harbor. And a double dribble is going to be called on the Lady Patriots. So just as it happened on the other side of the court, it happens on this side. Kathy Dent this time will replace Jesse Boggs. And inbounding the ball for the Big Reds will be Alyssa Rhodes.
Dent gives it up to Rhodes. Up to Rosal. Back to Dent. To Hamill. Dent for three. No good.
Rebounded off the backboard by Kayla Ayers, who gets it to Taylor Phillips. Phillips going to try to drive the baseline, take the shot up. She's going to try to draw the foul. It's one of those things when you put a shot up like that, you probably won't make it, but the intent is to draw the foul, and that's exactly what she did, as that is foul number 2 against Casey Rader, team foul number 5. And at the free throw line is Taylor Phillips shooting 2. First one, no good. Second one's up. That won't go.
And Rhodes with the ball, taking it down the court. Setting everything up. Gives it up to Kathy Dent, who gives it into Rader, but loses it ultimately to the Lady Patriots. Big Red turnovers are definitely killing this team right now.
Only a 4-point margin, once again, we'll point to at a 16-12 margin with about 3 minutes left to go here in the second. Kayla Ayers comes across the time. No, that's Bethany Harbor across the timeline. Taylor Phillips takes the shot. That's off the mark. Rebound to Big Reds.
And Ayers loses this, or excuse me, Hamill loses the side of the ball, and it'll be another Big Red turnover.
Taylor Phillips to Kayla Ayers, takes the shot, won't go. Rebounded by Kim Stevens underneath. And that'll be 2 more for the Lady Patriots. That's Kim Stevens' first shot, first points on the night.
Kathy Dent stops, gives it up to Rhodes, gives it up to Laura Roswell. Rhodes passes it to Dent. Dent driving the lane and is fouled in the act of shooting, so she will go to the line for 2.
Well, like you say, whenever you're coming up to the basket like that, if you know you don't really have a shot or a chance at making the basket, put it up there, and a lot of times you'll draw the foul, and that's just exactly what she did. That's number 2 on Kim Stevens, and Kathy Dent at the free throw line for the Big Reds.
Yep.
A lot of arc.
Megan Pratt into the game for the Big Reds for number 22, Casey Rader. Dent with her second shot. Up and good.
Wow, that didn't even move that net. Lady Patriots come across the timeline as Bethany Harbor has it. Looks to her right, gets it to Taylor Phillips. She sets it up, gets it over to Kayla Ayers. Ayers looks to Bethany Harbor. Trying to find something happening underneath. Allison Crislip trying to drive the lane, gets the pass up, and Kayla Ayers, I don't know how she got that pass because it was really high in the air, but she got up there and got it, drew the foul, and this is going to be a shooting foul as the foul's going to go against Amelia Hamill. That's her second, team foul number 6 on the Big Reds, so both teams from this point forward will be on the 1+1, and in for the Big Reds after this play will be Jessie Boggs.
Well, may I point out that Ayers is the goalie for the South soccer team, and so that's her job, to make sure the ball doesn't get past her, and that's exactly what she's doing here.
Great job there by Kayla Ayers grabbing that pass. First one didn't go. Let's see if she can capitalize on the second one here. 4-point margin, just under 2 minutes. That won't go either. Rebounded by Taylor Phillips. She tries to take the shot, and a jump ball is called. Possession arrow favors Parkersburg High.
Dent driving up the floor.
Oh, Taylor Phillips getting that big foot out there again.
Oh, she's into kicking the ball more tonight than she is to handling it.
I tell you, like I say, when you get down along the baseline and you see her go grabbing and blocking those balls, you really see something. I don't know how her arms seem like they just stretch out.
Dent to Rosal. Rosal for 2, no good.
Rebounded by Kim Stevens, gets it to Allison Crislip, who comes across the timeline, gets a pass to Bethany Harbor. Bethany Harbor back to Crislip, and Crislip will drive the timeline, or drive the paint. Rebounded Big Reds.
Dent coming off the floor, doesn't see much help, keeps the ball. To Rhodes, out to Rosal. And Rhodes will drive the lane and no good.
Oh, she had the lane that time. Taylor Phillips takes it straight up and drops it in the coin return. That's 7 points on the evening for Taylor Phillips now, and a 6-point margin with right at 1 minute left to go here in the second quarter of play. Ball slides out of the possession of Jessie Boggs, but Kim Stevens in the territory, tried to grab for it, went out, and the possession will be for Parkersburg High.
And Rhodes gets the ball in. And Dent passes it out to Boggs. Under a minute left to play here in the half. Oh, ball lost by Dent.
Allison Crislip going to take it all the way. Up and in. That's her first points on the evening. And all of a sudden now it's an 8-point margin with about 30 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Boggs stuck it around half court. has to get rid of the ball soon, and the ball is tied up, and it'll be a jump ball, South possession.
Kim Stevens ties it up. And the possession arrow favors Parkersburg South, so Kayla Ayers will inbound it to Bethany Harbor. With about 20 seconds left to go, they're not going to be in any hurry. Bethany Harbor over to Taylor Phillips. Now 15 seconds. Over to Kayla Ayers, then to Bethany Harbor. Now with 10 seconds. Allison Chrislip back to Bethany Harbor for three. It's going to be a little light on the touch. Follow-up shot by Kim Stevens won't go. And we're going to end up the half here at 22 for the Lady Patriots of Parkersburg South and 14 for the Big Reds of Parkersburg High School. We'll have a special interview here in just a couple of minutes, so hang around. Once again, we'll tell you at halftime, Parkersburg South 22, Parkersburg 14. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Well, we're set to bring you third quarter action, and 22-14 our score right now. Let's see what the third quarter will bring, and Brian, bring us out.
Well, it'll be Alyssa Rhodes once again inbounding the ball to Jesse Boggs. Jesse into Alyssa, but the ball will be stolen again by the Lady Patriots, but number 10 for the Patriots steps on the line, and it'll be Big Red ball once again.
Bethany Harbor trying to find the handle on it, but she was trying to concentrate on that handle, stepped over the end line there to give the ball back to the Big Reds.
Hamill tries to keep control of it, but again,
watch a slippery thing underneath there, isn't it?
The Big Reds starting this out just like they started the first half. A bunch of turnovers.
Kayla Ayers gets it into Bethany Harbor, who will bring it to midcourt, then duck right, then left. Taylor Phillips gets it over to Kayla Ayers. Ayers over to Bethany Harbor. Bethany Harbor center to Allison Chrislip for three, won't go. Follow up and rebound by Kim Stevens is in. Count the basket, and they'll draw the foul. That's going to go against Casey Rader. That's her third. Also, Big Reds have Amelia Hamill with two and Kim Dent with one, as well as Kathy Dent. First one is no good. Kim Stevens underneath. Shot taken there by Kayla Ayers is no good. Did I miss something, or did they just take one shot there?
They just took one shot because she made the shot.
That's right. Trying to think, why did you just take one shot? That answered the question.
Rosal to Boggs. Boggs trying to find someone open.
Steal by Allison Chrislip, restolen by Jesse Boggs. Battle for possession, still not complete yet. Bethany Harbor to Kim Stevens, then to Taylor Phillips. I think she's got it. Turnaround jump shot, not hard enough. Follow up too hard, and then ultimately Kim Stevens has it just right. And a timeout will be called by the Big Reds. This will be a full timeout. A 12-point margin now at 26-14 in favor of the Lady Patriots. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Parkersburg South on a 12-0 run since about a minute left to go in the second quarter of play. That's our difference here right now at 26-14, Brian.
Well, Big Reds are just going to have to try and stop those turnovers. Rhodes passes it to Boggs. Boggs gives it to Alyssa Rhodes. Rhodes back to Hamill, and back to Rhodes. Now to Boggs. Rhodes, Boggs, Hamill for three, and it's good. That ends the drought for the Big Reds.
That's her first points on the evening.
Cuts the lead to 9.
Bethany Harbor goes right. Kicks it out to Kim Stevens underneath, and ball stolen away as the pass was intended for Kayla Ayers. Wasn't able to bring it in. And it'll be out to Parkersburg South underneath the basket. Taylor Phillips looking to get it. She gets it to Bethany Harbor. Harbor to Chrislip. Over to Phillips, then to Stevens, back to Chrislip. Stevens underneath. Basket is in by Kayla Ayers, and she has 8 on the evening. That's a leading scorer right now.
Boggs with the ball. Gives it to Rhodes, but she's stuck. Back to Boggs. Boggs gives it to Hamill. Hamill to Boggs. To Rhodes. Rhodes. Back to Boggs. To Hamill. Into Rosal. Oh, and it.
Kim Dent tried to drive the baseline, but was not able to get it up above the Parkersburg South defense. Bethany Harbor over to Taylor Phillips for 3, and it's in. She has 10 points on the evening.
Sorry about that. I was being distracted by the student section. And Boggs trying to get in there. To Hamill for 3. No good. Rebounded by the Patriots.
Bethany Harbor coming up with a rebound. Comes down the court, ducks left. She's going to take it in. And she'll draw the foul. That will go against Kim Dent. That is her second. That'll be a shooting foul.
Dent hit the floor hard that time. I'm not too sure that she didn't have her feet set.
Bethany Harbor. Shot is up. And the first one's in. Kathy Dent returns for the Big Reds for Jessie Boggs. Bethany Harbor. An opportunity to put a second one in for Parkersburg South. And it's in.
And Dent will be taking the ball down the court. Gives it out to Rhodes. To Rosal. Rosal trying to find someone other and finds Kim Dent to Kathy Dent. And Hamill tries to go up, and it'll be a foul.
That's going to go against Allison Chris first. This will be a possession foul, so the Big Reds will have it out underneath the basket. And in for the Lady Patriots is Erica Shreves. She'll replace Kim Stevens.
It'll be Rhodes inbounding the ball. Trying to find someone open once again. Gives it to Rosal. Out to Kathy Dent. Hamill. Out into Rosal. Rosal to Rhodes, who drives the lane. Up, and it'll be a shooting foul. 2 shots for Rhodes.
Erica Shreves will be tagged with that one. That is her first, team foul number 2. Both teams now with 2 team fouls here in the third quarter of play. Alyssa Rhodes at the free throw line, shooting 2.
Her first shot is good.
She has 3 points now on the evening.
Second shot is up, and it's good also.
Nothing but net. Bethany Harbor brings it across the timeline for the Lady Patriots. Goes wing left. Taylor Phillips back to Bethany Harbor, over to Kayla Ayers. Ayers over to Chrislip. Chrislip. Taylor Phillips shot, no good. Rebound for possession is going to be a jump ball called. Possession arrow will favor Parkersburg South. Taylor Phillips will inbound it underneath with 3:35 left to go in the third quarter of play. Lady Patriots with a 33-19 lead. Allison Chrislip takes the shot. Rebound is finally won by Taylor Phillips. She gets it back to Chrislip, over to Taylor Phillips once again. Turnaround jump shot is up and in by Kayla Ayers, and she has 10.
Kathy Dent taking the ball up the court. Up to sister Kim Dent, and it'll be off her foot. Another Big Red turnover.
I think that she was figuring that Amelia Hamill was going to get that ball, but it was just a little bit too tall for her. Bethany Harbor over to Taylor Phillips, back to Harbor. Harbor to Chrislip for 3, won't go. Rebounded. See what I mean about those long arms? But Taylor Phillips, my goodness, great job there. Shreves back to Phillips. Phillips looks, passes it underneath, and Kayla Ayers sure wasn't expecting it.
Phillips long tongue even right there again.
Taylor Phillips underneath. Tries to get the shot underneath to Allison Chrislip, but it's just a little bit long.
And Rhodes will be inbounding the ball, but there will be a substitution before that happens.
Sarah Harvey will come in for Bethany Harbor for the Lady Patriots.
Rhodes inbounds it to Kathy Dent. Dent taking the ball off the court. Passes it to Hamill. Hamill to Dent, who can't control it, but gets it into Rosal. Rosal takes a shot, blocked. It'll be a fight for the ball, and it'll be possession South.
We're going to have a foul called here underneath. That'll go against Kim Dent. That is her third, so now both Kim Dent and Casey Rader for the Big Reds have 3 apiece. 3 team fouls for the Big Reds, 2 for Parkersburg South. Sarah Harvey looking for someone to get it to, gets it to Allison Chrislip. Chrislip back to Harvey. Harvey looking to try to get it inside to Erica Shreves, blocked out. And Parkersburg South will have it underneath the basket. Taylor Phillips will inbound it.
Nice job by Kathy Dent that time, making sure that the ball doesn't go inside on the Big Reds.
Shreves out to Sarah Harvey. Passes it all the way into the basket to Kayla Ayers. Shot taken by Chrislip, won't fall. Rebounded by Kathy Dent.
Dent trying to make sure no one steals the ball from behind her. And it looks like Hamill will drive the floor, and it looks like Rosal will make 2 points there.
And that's 4 points on the evening now for Laura Razzle. Sarah Harvey gets it to Taylor Phillips. Phillips back to Harvey. Harvey kicks it outside to Chrislip. Over to Erica Shreves. Gets it back this time to Sarah Harvey. And ultimately Taylor Phillips. Amelia Hamill putting a paw in there to get a handle on that ball. Taylor Phillips for 3 off the back of the iron, won't go. Rebounded by Chrislip. Gets it inside to Taylor Phillips. A little long this time on that shot. And that will go out to the Big Reds. Minute 10 left to go here in the third quarter of play. Parkersburg South now with a 35-21 margin. We'll remind you once again, tomorrow evening, live here on Channel 45, we will be bringing you the boys' version of the Battle of Parkersburg from the Rod Oldham Athletic Center.
Dent trying to find someone open. Gets it to Hamill. Hamill to Dent. Dent for 3. No good. Rebound by South.
Sarah Harvey coming up with it. She brings it across the timeline, kicks it all the way inside to Kayla Ayers. Shot is up and in. 12 points on the evening for Kayla Ayers now.
Kathy Dent trying to get the ball up the floor, tipped, and that'll be out on the Patriots. PHS ball.
Brittany Meadows reports in for Allison Chrislip for Parkersburg South. Alyssa Rhodes will inbound it for the Big Reds.
Rhodes. Into Dent. Dent. Out to Rosal. Rosal for 3. No good. Possession for the ball, and it'll be out on the Big Reds, I guess.
As Kim Dent stepped over the end line there, she was trying to grab control of it. Kayla Ayers gets it to Sarah Harvey. Harvey to Taylor Phillips. Won't go. Rebounded by Kim Dent.
Dent gets up to Rhodes. Back to Dent. Gets in. And Hamill shoots the ball for 2, and it's no good.
That's it. 3 quarters are in the books. 37 for Parkersburg South, 21 for Parkersburg High. We'll be back with the final stanza in 60 seconds. 37-21 now, with 1 quarter left to play here from the Memorial Fieldhouse, as it's the Battle of Parkersburg ladies version tonight. Tomorrow night, it'll be crosstown at the Rod Oldham Athletic Center, as the boys will be taking on Parkersburg South, and it will be a packed house tomorrow night.
Rhodes trying to inbound Dent. Dent finally gets the ball. Dent almost has the ball knocked away. Tries to get to Rhodes, or excuse me, Hamill, and it'll be a foul called on the Lady Patriots.
Sarah Harvey gets called on that one as she tries to take the ball away.
Rhodes inbounding the ball. Into, sorry about that, Hamill. Kathy Dent. Gave to Hamill. Hamill out to Rosal. Rosal trying to get it to Dent, and it slipped out of her hand. Another Big Red turnover.
Just like that in football, you know, whenever you get a pass thrown to you, you got to catch that ball before you score the touchdown.
Yep.
It's one of those things, you can't look past it. Sarah Harvey will inbound it for the Lady Patriots. She tries to get the pass underneath to Kayla Ayers, and we're going to have a foul called. Is that a foul, or I think just kicked the ball? I think that's what it was.
Yep.
Lady Patriots will inbound it. Taylor Phillips will get it outside, and that's a long pass there as Brittany Meadows is not able to get to it. So a turnover there for Parkersburg South. Really kind of a low-scoring affair here tonight, Brian.
Oh, these girls' games usually are, and that's just...
I don't know. I've seen games go over 100 points on these Parkersburg South Patriots.
Not with these Big Reds. They play good defense, and they control the ball pretty well.
Yeah, I've seen it the other direction to where you have games that are like 15 to 12 or something like that. Last year, the junior high championship was just unreal of the defense and hardly any offense being scored. First points are up there by Amelia Hamill. She has now 4 on the evening. Second one won't go. Taylor Phillips trying to control it. Slides into home plate there.
Not sure that she wasn't out of bounds there. Nice job stripping the ball by Kim Dent. Gives it to Kathy Dent. And it'll be thrown away by Kathy Dent.
Long pass there. And yet another turnover.
These turnovers are just killing the Big Reds right now.
Kayla Ayers to Sarah Harvey. Harvey comes across the timeline. Taylor Phillips looks to her left. Passed underneath, turnaround jump shot, up and in by Kayla Ayers. Kind of a blind jump shot there, but she's able to put it in and come up with her 14th point of the evening.
Dent to Hamill, into Kim Dent.
Ball stolen away and
Another
retaken
steal
by the Big Reds.
And a foul on Alyssa Rhodes, who is mad because she did not make that shot, but that was a tough shot to make.
Foul's going to go against Kim Stevens. That's her third. Check that. Yeah, Kim Stevens. They're showing that as her 4th. First one won't go for Alyssa Rhodes. And Allison Chrislip returns back to the lineup for the Lady Patriots. This time, she'll give Taylor Phillips a rest. She gets a high five from Scott Stevens here along the sidelines. Second one off the back of the rim. Sarah Harvey. Over to Brittany Meadows. Tries to drive the baseline, takes the shot. Boy, I don't know whether that one had a chance or not, but it did. It went right in. It was a little hard and a little low, but it bounced straight up in the air and went in for the Lady Patriots. 41-22, 19-point margin. Good pass there underneath as a rifle shot went to Laura Razzle. And they cut the lead to 17. Sarah Harvey. Kim Stevens. Sarah Harvey looks to her left, kicks it out to Brittany Meadows. Brittany Meadows kind of lobs it to Chrislip. Meadows, Stevens, Ayers back out to Harvey. Takes the shot, and it's in.
Rhodes will be inbounding the ball to Kathy Dent, excuse me. And back to Rhodes, from Kim Dent to Kathy Dent. Into Hamill out to Kathy Dent into Kim Dent. 3-point shot by Hamill, no good. And the ball will be lost by the Patriots.
Brittany Meadows just couldn't find the handle on that thing as she kind of smiles over at her teammates saying, what in the heck have they put on that thing? Casey Rader returns to the lineup for the Big Reds. She'll give Kim Dent a rest, and Alyssa Rhodes will inbound it for the Big Reds. Hamill out to Dent.
Hamill for three. And
That
it's
went. 7 points on the evening for Amelia Hamill. Sarah Harvey to Chrislip for three. Yes, she did have both feet out. Wasn't sure whether she did or not, but official said right there and said, yep, she did.
Rader into Hamill. Hamill for two. It's good. Nice
Now
shot.
9 points on the evening for Amelia Hamill, and this time Scott Stevens is going to call a timeout with 4:12 left to go in the game. 19-point margin, 46 for the Lady Patriots of Parkersburg South, 27, check that, 29 for Parkersburg High, as we were talking at halftime to the athletic director, Richard Lance, saying that the scoreboards are wireless now, and they have a tendency not to get updated periodically, and that's what the company's going to be in tomorrow to update. And this is kind of a new technology that's in use now for both Parkersburg High and Parkersburg South, so hopefully they can get these little idiosyncrasies ironed out. Sometimes you'll be watching the clock and it won't start just exactly when you think it should, and 2 of the 3 clocks are started and the one is stopped. But that'll always happen with something new, so hopefully they'll be able to get everything tuned up and ready to go for the next game here at the Memorial Fieldhouse. Lady Patriots will inbound it. Chrislip gets it to Brittany Meadows, who brings it across the timeline left, looks to her right then. Turnaround. She'll takes the shot. Battle for possession, won by the Big Reds.
Rader gets Hamill. Hamill going up the court. Gets out to Kathy Dent. Trying to control the ball. Drives the lane, it's up and no good.
One of those things, I can't believe I was that open. Sarah Harvey gets it to Kayla Ayers, who will draw the foul, and she'll be shooting 2. That's going to go against Alyssa Rhodes, her first on the evening, and team foul number 5. Neither team on the 1+1, as the Big Reds have 5 and Lady Patriots have 4. First one's up and in for Kayla Ayers, and she now scores her 15th point of the evening, leading points scorer for the Lady Patriots. Second one's up off the backboard.
Rader gets it up to Kathy Dent. Up to Rhodes. Rhodes has the shot and makes it. Nice job by Alyssa Rhodes.
6 points on the evening for Alyssa Rhodes. Brittany Meadows content just to kind of take their time now. Meadows for 3, won't go. Rebounded by the Big Reds.
Boggs, excuse me. Gives it to Kathy Dent. Dent. Up to Amelia Hamill. Hamill to Boggs. Dent inside. And she will be fouled. It'll be a possession foul on the Patriots, I believe. Yes, it is.
Going to go against Brittany Meadows. Check that. It's going to go against Kayla Ayers. That's her 3rd. Team foul number 6. So after this, Big Reds will be on the 1+1.
Hamill goes up for the shot, and she'll be fouled.
Good heads-up play there by Amelia Hamill as she sees Taylor Phillips in the area where she knows she's going to draw the foul. Tries to put the shot up and has the opportunity for 2. It's off the back of the rim. Amelia Hamill with 9 points on the evening thus far. 2:53, under 3 minutes now. Second one's up, hits everything except the bottom of the rim. Kayla Ayers Gets it to Allison Chrislip. Chrislip takes the shot from the foul line. It's good. Cha-ching. 7 points for Allison Chrislip.
Kathy Dent taking the ball up the court. Kathy, nice job trying to drive the lane. And another kick.
Taylor Phillips has made very good use of that foot tonight.
That's her 3rd kick of the game, if I've been keeping track correctly.
Maybe she's trying to do the thing that the Harlem Globetrotters does where you drop kick the ball into the basket on the other end.
Who knows? Dent to Hamill. Hamill gets into Raider. Raider loses the ball.
Taylor Phillips picks her pocket. And some razzle-dazzle, has the ball stolen away as Kathy Dent says, look what I found.
Dent goes for the shot and is fouled on the shot.
Sarah Harvey says, I can't believe that. But there she was, took the shot. And she'll be shooting. I think she was inside the three-point arc. Yep, she'll be shooting 2.
First one. It's up, and it's good after bouncing around a little bit. Her shots don't look like they have as much arc as they did at the beginning of the game.
Well, it's got plenty of it. It just doesn't have quite as much as it did. There's still quite a bit of arc.
There it is. But that one missed.
Rebounded by Kayla Ayers, gets it to Taylor Phillips. And then Sarah Harvey tries to drive the baseline, puts the ball up, won't go, and stepping over the line as she picks up the ball for the Big Reds is Jessie Boggs. So the Lady Patriots will inbound it. Taylor Phillips inbounds it. Shot
Nice
taken
block.
there. Yeah, it was. Kayla Ayers took the shot, was blocked.
And stolen Ayers now with the ball.
Kayla Ayers gets it to Taylor Phillips. Phillips.
Nice steal by Rhodes, but stolen back by the Patriots.
Kim Stevens. We got a lot of thievery going on here tonight.
And that'll be a foul on the Big Reds.
Kayla Ayers takes the shot. She'll draw the foul. That's going to go against Amelia Hamill, her 3rd. And at the free throw line is the leading scorer for the Lady Patriots, Kayla Ayers, who has 15 points on the evening. And she'll be shooting 2. Make that 16. And one makes 17. With that, the official looks over at Scott Stevens and said, okay, you got the timeout. And he gets charged with a timeout because Scott Stevens looked over and he goes, I didn't call timeout. So nonetheless, Parkersburg South will have a timeout with 1:28 seconds left to go and a 51-32 lead. Parkersburg South coming into tonight's game at 6-2. Parkersburg High coming in at 2-6 with wins over Hurricane and GW. The next game for Parkersburg South will be Friday night as they take on Morgantown at Morgantown next Tuesday. Boy, you want to be on hand at the Rod Oldham Athletic Center for that one because it'll be a rematch against Magnolia. Magnolia, as remember, a little bit earlier in the year beat Parkersburg South by the score of 73-48. So that will be a barn burner, I'm sure. Big Reds inbounded.
Dent coming up with the ball. Hamill looks to drive the lane and takes the shot, and no good, but rebounded by herself. And she will travel with trying to make the shot.
She's the leading scorer for the Big Reds with 9 points on the evening. Did you see the foot there by Alyssa Rhodes trying to do her
Phillips.
best Taylor Phillips imitation? Kim Stevens for 2. That goes. She has 4 on the evening.
Rhodes inbounds the ball to Kathy Dent.
Under a minute now.
Dent to Hamill. Hamill with the 3. No good. And
Rebounded
the Patriots will come down with it.
by Kayla Ayers. Brings it across the timeline after passing it off to Sarah Harvey. And here we go again. Kelsey Griffith and Allie Morris in for the Lady Patriots. Also coming in will be... I don't have a 43. Try to check that for the next game. 40 seconds now.
Kathy Dent getting the ball down the floor. Hamill into Raider. Raider out to Hamill. To Rhodes. Rhodes trying to drive the lane. Tries the shot, and she will be fouled, and she will get to attempt 2 shots from the foul line.
They're going to call that one on Allie Morris, team foul, or her foul number 1, team foul number 9.
Rhodes, one of their Big Red's best shooters, and doing a nice job tonight, but it doesn't seem like it'll be enough for the Big Reds to, again, this Lady Patriot team that's coming in with so much steam in this game.
Foul called on Alyssa Rhodes. That'll be a possession foul because there was only 5 team fouls. Now there's 6. So Lady Patriots will be on the 1+1 now if another foul is scored or a foul is committed, which I was about ready to say I don't think there will be. That's going to go against Amelia Hamill. That's her 4th. 22 seconds left to go. And at the free throw line is Allie Morris for the Lady Patriots. Little light on the touch. Taylor Phillips is kind of sitting on that thing.
Not sure that it should be a jump ball, and they're giving it to the Patriots?
It's a Patriots possession. I guess when somebody else has got their hands on the ball trying to pull it out, sitting on it does count for having a hand on the ball, so to speak. Kelsey Griffith with 2 for the Lady Patriots, under 10 seconds now.
And it looks like the Big Reds will most likely either be taking the last shot or not even taking a shot at all.
Go out of bounds. And
they'll throw it away.
You were just talking about turnovers, and it's kind of apropos the number of turnovers that they've had tonight. That's how the game's going to end, is on a turnover.
Yep.
0.6 of a second left. But this time, no, South tapped it.
Yep. And that's it.
Taylor Phillips gives it a hoot down court, but it won't go anywhere. 56 for the Lady Patriots, 34 for the Big Reds, Parkersburg High. So stanza number 1 of the Battle of Parkersburg goes to Parkersburg South. And just as I start to write the score down, they take it off the scoreboard. So we'll say 56-24 in favor of the Lady Patriots. We'll talk about some final statistics in just about a minute's time. Back at the Memorial Fieldhouse, and final statistics-wise tonight, Parkersburg South's Kayla Ayers led all scorers tonight with 17 points. It was 10 points for Taylor Phillips, 8 points for Sarah Harvey, 7 points for Allison Chrislip, 2 points apiece for Brittany Meadows and Bethany Harbor, as well as Kelsey Griffith, 4 points for Kim Stevens. For the Big Reds, it was 2 points for Kathy Dent and 6 points for Kim Dent, 9 points for Amelia Hamill, the leading scorer for the Big Reds. Laura Razzle with 6 points, Jessie Boggs with 2 points, and Alyssa Rhodes with 6 points. So the final tonight, 56-34 in favor of Parkersburg South. We'll invite you to be with us tomorrow night as we will be crosstown at the Rod Oldham Athletic Center, as we will bring you the first version of the Battle of Parkersburg boys style. And I'm sure, Brian, that is going to be a packed house tomorrow night at the Athletic Center.
Oh, definitely. It's always a rivalry game. But my one question is, who scheduled these games on finals week for both schools? This is not the best time to have these games for the students, but I'm sure that it's definitely going to be a delight to watch these games. because you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
In these rivalry games, you may have an underdog, but that underdog's going to fight as hard as they can to say that, hey, we beat the Big Reds, or hey, we beat the Patriots.
Exactly right. And actually, with about a minute left to go in the second quarter of play is where the happened, as it was pretty well knotted up at about 14 apiece. And from that point, South did like a 14-0 run, leading through about midway through the third quarter, and then Parkersburg High kind of bringing some points into it at that point. But the final on the evening will be 56 for the Lady Patriots, 34 for the Big Reds.